here to present on the Geodata and Information Management at the NMA, which is the institution where I'm working at, that is the National Minerals Agency. So I am Mohammed Kamara, a trainee from Sierra Leone. So the content of my presentation is based on these 4 topics. The first is the function of the Geodata unit, which is the unit where I'm working. And the second is the main GIS products that the unit is working on. And the third is the management of information systems within the unit. And the fourth is the current challenges that we are facing as a unit. So these are the 4 contents of my presentation, which I will dilate on. So for the first one, which is the function of the Geodata management unit. The function of one of the functions of the Geodata management unit is to oversee the library and Geodata information management system of the National Minerals Agency. And the second is to provide secure and effective management of the agency's geoscience information holdings. As a geoscience and Geodata information management unit, one of our key responsibilities is to manage all information related to geology within the National Minerals Agency of Sierra Leone. And the third function is to provide up-to-date knowledge of data and advice to the Geological Survey Directorate to ensure relevant information are available on demand. Yes, and this function is another critical function within the Geodata information management unit, wherein most of the times we are asked by the Director of Geological Survey on relevant geodata information. And when he asks, we are supposed to provide that information to him. And the other function is to ensure archiving of geoscientific information, safeguarding as a national resource. Yes, and we have the library catalog system, which is under the Geodata Information Management Unit. This library is holding information related to geology within the National Minerals Agency. And the other function, which is the last function of the Geodata unit, is ensure the agency geoscience information repository are kept up to date and secure as always. And this is another crucial function of the Geodata information management unit. So from my content, part of my content is to give an overview of the main GIS products that the Geodata Information Management Unit is providing. So one of the GIS products that we are providing is the geologic map of Sierra Leone. As you can see, this is the geologic map of Sierra Leone. Mostly when exploration companies, they want to invest in Sierra Leone, one of the things they will require from the agency is the geology map of the country. So as a unit, we are in charge of selling this geology map to investors so that they can see area which is of interest to them so that they can apply for an exploration license for that area. So one of the products that we sell is the geology map. The other one is the mineral concession map. As you can see here, this mineral concession map is a map showing all the licenses, be it exploration and mining license within the country. So normally when investor comes to invest into the country, they normally ask for the mineral concession map, which shows them that this area, like you can see here, this area is occupied and investor cannot apply for this area. But the areas in white here are areas that are free. So if you are interested in any of them, you can then select an area and apply. So this is one of the products again that we sell as a unit. The other one is the strategic mineral occurrence map. This mineral occurrence map is a map that is showing you all the mineral occurrence within the country. Like for instance, if you want to explore for gold, if you want to explore for diamond, if you want to explore for iron ore, this map shows you the occurrence and the location of this particular commodity within the country. So as an investor, If you want the mineral occurrence map, we can send it to you as a unit. And the other product again that we offer is bespoke client-specific maps. Like for instance, if an exploration license has been issued to a mineral rights holder, and maybe at times the mineral rights holder wants a copy of the license issued to him, he will come with the coordinates to us. We will generate it as you can see here. We can generate the map for the mineral rights holder and give it to him in the format of A3, A4, A0, depending on the client's request. Again, from what I initially stated in my content, besides the introduction on the function of the GIS unit and the products that we don't normally sell to the public, we have some systems in place, like the mining cadastral administration system. This is a system which is within the agency that is operated by both the GIS unit and the mining cadastral unit. For us, within the GIS unit, our function within this mining cadastral system is to validate licenses. So this validation process is taking place because we don't want issues of overlap from mineral rights holder. So how this validation process is carried out? Like for instance, if you are an applicant, you want to acquire a mining license or an exploration license within the country, you need to apply to us with specific coordinates of particular areas within the country. So when the coordinate is supplied to us, we input the coordinates into the system and see if this coordinate overlaps with other license or not. If it overlaps with other license, we will advise you, the client, that this coordinate that is supplied to us is within an existing license. But if it falls within a free area, we will proceed with processing the mineral license for you as a client. So basically, this mining cadastral system is a system in place that manages all the license, the mining license or the mineral rights holdings within the country. So besides the cadastral system, as I earlier stated, we have the GIMS, which is the Geodata Information Management System. This system is a system that is created to serve as a database to hold all the reports submitted by mineral rights holder. And according to the Mines and Mineral Act of Sierra Leone, which was enacted in 2009, it states that all mineral rights holders are to submit biannual and annual reports. So as a unit, our role is to review this annual and biannual reports. We capture specific information from this report related to geology, geochemistry, well log, and sampling. So what we did is to input this information captured from this report that is submitted into the Geodata Information Management System. And the reason for this is that normally the mining units and the geology units do normally do ground truthing. And when they are going for ground truth, a company, they should know what this company has been doing during its exploration tenure. So we supply them with the information related to the company they are going to ground truth. So that information is what they will use to know whether the company is compliant in terms of operation or whether it is not compliant in terms of operation. So this system, which is the Geodata Information Management System, helps us to keep record of the activities of these mineral rights holders. So the other system that we have in place again is the resource contract portal. This resource contract is an initiative of the EITI, that is Extractive Industry transparency initiative. And this resource contract is wherein we annotate mining license agreement. Because when a mining license is issued to a company, there must be an agreement between the company and the government of Sierra Leone. We are holding the mining agreement for the government. So what we did is to annotate this mining agreement into simpler terms that is understandable to the general public, where the general public can view the annotated version of this contract on the resource contract portal. So this portal is managed by the GIS unit, and intermittently, when a mining agreement is signed between the government of Sierra Leone and a mining company, so what we did is to annotate this agreement, and the annotation is done within this portal, where the public can view the annotated mining agreement, so that they can understand what is entailed in the agreement between the government and this particular company. So this portal is also in charge, we are also in charge of this portal in the GIS unit. Besides all what I have stated earlier on, currently we are building on the Laboratory Information Management System, which is the LIMS. We have a partnership with the British Geological Survey, where our laboratory is running on too much of paper. That is manually. The laboratory is running manually, and we are trying now to digitize the laboratory. So because of that initiative, so we are currently developing a laboratory information management system. And secondly, within the library, which are one of the units within the GIS units, we are trying to develop a library catalog system. And within the agency, we have a lot of applications that we are working on. Like I've stated earlier on, we have the GIMS, we have the MCAS, and we have these links that we are developing, and this library catalog system. So all of this system, we are planning now to develop an integrated information management system that will serve as an interface wherein you can access all of these other systems. So as it is currently, we are developing these three systems so that the information management of the agency is well kept in place. So, as I stated earlier on in my content of my presentation, one of the content is the current challenges we have as an agency. And one of the challenges is that currently our mineral license system is done with a polygonal system. And with this polygonal system, there are a lot of issues of overlap between mineral rights holders. So currently, we are trying to seek funding from the World Bank to implement a block system. Because with a block system, you cannot have issues of overlap from mineral rights holders. So as it is right now, this is one of the things that we try to move in towards the block system, which is much more efficient and much more advanced as compared to the polygonal system. And another current challenge that we have is the issue of protected areas within the country. There are a lot of protected areas within the country because we have an agency which is called the National Protected Area Authority. And this authority is in charge of safeguarding protected areas. But the challenge that we have as a Ministry of Mines and the Protected Area Authority is that most of this area that you are seeing on the map are the greenstone belts. And from geologic point of view, the greenstone belts, they host most of the gold occurrence within the world. And if as a country we have protected most of the greenstone belts, where investors now can invest. So that's why we are currently engaging the government. We are currently in engagement with the National Protected Area to see how best we can redemarcate this protected area so that investors can have space to apply for licenses within this greenstone belt. So this is also part of one of our challenges as an agency. So in conclusion, as a country, Another challenge that we have is we don't have a national standard on geospatial information. So what we have did as an agency is to draft a data policy that will help us to have a synchronized way of archiving all of our data as a country. So this is also another challenge. But with the help of the current minister that we have, he has submitted this draft policy to the cabinet. So it's all left now with the cabinet to meet and debate on the data policy and approve it. So, as I stated earlier on, the independent standalone, we have a lot of independent standalone applications, which is the GIMS, the MCAS, the LIMS. So what we are trying to develop now is this integrated information management system, which will resolve all of the challenges that we are encountering in accessing the GIMS, the LIMS, and the MCAS. So with this integrated information management system, it will serve as a one-stop shop wherein you can access all of the applications that I highlighted earlier on. So with this, I thank you very much for your attention.